Job interviews. Some questions are easy, and some just make your palms sweat and your heart racing. Today, we're going to talk about 5 of the hardest interview questions, as well as how to answer them as effectively as possible. Are you ready to become an interview pro? Let's go.
Career advice by Novoresume.
First up, can you tell me about yourself? This seems simple, but in reality, it's a bit tricky. When the interviewer is asking this question, they don't want you to start monologuing about your entire life story. Like, it all started when I started studying programming in high school as a 16 years old. Nope. Rather, the idea here is to provide a career-centric snapshot of who you are. When answering this question, mention 1. Years of experience, 2. Top skills, 3. Motivation for applying for this company, and 4. Top 1 or 2 achievements related to your field. Here's an effective sample answer. Certainly, I'm a digital marketing professional with 8 years of experience specializing in social media and content strategy. In my last role at XYZ company, I led a team to drive online engagement, resulting in a 40% increase over 6 months. Outside of work, I enjoy reading and outdoor activities. I'm excited to bring my blend of creativity, analytics, and leadership to your team. Next, we have the infamous, what's your biggest weakness? Remember, this question is about showing self-awareness and a desire for self-improvement. Oh, I'm just a perfectionist. Or, I don't really have any real weakness. It's going to get you an eye roll at best or a rejection at worst.
Well, my weaknesses are actually strengths. Oh, yes.
Here's what an effective sample answer looks like. Public speaking has always been challenging for me. While I'm confident and articulate in small group settings or one-on-one, I've found that speaking in front of a large group can be daunting. However, recognizing this, I've been actively working on this skill by enrolling in public speaking workshops and seeking opportunities to practice. I've already seen improvement and I'm committed to continuing my progress. Moving on to, tell me about the time you failed at work. And don't panic. They're not trying to embarrass you. They want to know how you handle setbacks.
That was not a fail. That was actually a serious accident.
The key to answering this question is by being honest about your mistakes, as well as the steps you took to fix it. You should answer something like this. A couple of years ago, I was working on a product launch project. I was responsible for the marketing aspect and had set ambitious targets. Despite my best efforts and a well-planned marketing strategy, we failed to hit our initial sales targets. In retrospect, I realized I had been overly optimistic in my market analysis and I didn't account adequately for some emerging competitors. This experience was certainly a disappointment, but it was also a valuable lesson. I learned the importance of thorough market research and realistic forecasting. Since then, I've incorporated more rigorous market analysis and risk assessment into my project planning process, which has improved the accuracy of my projections and the success of subsequent projects. The fourth tough question is this. Why were you fired from your last job?
Well, I didn't get the job at Gucci and I got fired from Ralph Lauren.
That is a bad interview.
Honesty is key here, but you should also demonstrate that you've learned from your experience. Whatever you do, don't start pushing blame or making excuses.
I think that pretty much sums it up.
Even if your last boss was a spawn from hell and fired you unjustly, you shouldn't badmouth your former employer. Instead, talk about the reasons why you were fired, mention that you understand it and why it happened, and what you're going to do to prevent something similar from happening again. So, here's a sample answer to this question. Certainly, my last position was at XYZ, where I worked as a project manager. Unfortunately, the company was restructuring and my role was one of the several that were eliminated as part of the cost-saving measures. This was obviously a disappointing experience, but I also view it as a learning opportunity. It allowed me to reflect on my career path and identify areas where I can further improve. Moreover, it solidified my desire to work in a role where I can make significant contributions to the team and the company, which is why I'm so interested in this position. And finally, the last tricky interview question on our list is, why do you want this job? This question tests your knowledge about the company and the role. And no, your answer should not be I'm passionate about not starving to death or I'd like to make money so I can afford to exist. Even though both answers might be true, rather, your answer should demonstrate your knowledge of the company and the job you're applying for. A great response would be, I really want this job because I admire your company's innovation and how you value employee growth. I've worked in similar roles before, so I can hit the ground running and contribute right away. Plus, the company culture aligns perfectly with my own values, and I can see myself growing and thriving here. I'm excited to bring my skills to your team and help make an impact. And there you have it, 5 tough interview questions and how to tackle them. Remember, these are just sample answers. Be authentic and tailor your response to your experience. You've got this. If you found this video useful, give it a big thumbs up and share it with others who might be preparing for a big interview. Also, got a tricky questions you face in an interview? Drop it in the comments below and let's help each other out. We are all in this together. I've been Andre, thanks for watching. Till next time.
Career Advice by Novoresume.